So here it is. Today's January 27th.
27th, it's 29th.
This is January 29th.
Emmett's birthday.
Can't think of a better way to spend my birthday, starting off the shed hunting season. I mean, I've been excited. I've been patiently waiting. And I should still be patiently waiting because there are a lot of deer still holding their antlers. And so we are not going to get aggressive today. All we're going to be doing is checking field edges. Nothing too exciting. Not going to be pushing anything out of bedding areas. Pull a couple camera cards and just happen to hit the field edges while we're there. There's also a farm that I know people like to shed hunt and have continually beat me to shed hunting every year. So I want to make sure that we hit that farm as well. But I don't have high anticipations because, like I said, I think that at least 70% of deer are still holding their antlers at this point based on what I've seen. Something new that we're going to do for 2022 that we've never done before, I'm going to take an antler in every video that I do and I'm going to stage it at some point in the video, whether it's when I'm finding a shed myself or when I'm just walking around and there's a side clip of the environment I'm walking in. There will be a shed at some point in this video. The first person who comments the time code of when that shed is in the video, if that shed's in the video for 5 seconds, the first person that comments a time within that 5 seconds, I will pin that comment at the top of the comment section and I will send that shed to you for free. That way, you as a viewer have a little bit more experience of the shed hunting experience that we're enjoying while we're doing it. Found the shed I'm going to give away for week 1 right here. Nice 5-point. So it was old when I found it, but if you spot it in the video and you are the first person to comment the time code, it's all yours. And if you don't like the shed, I can send you a hat instead. But I'm excited to get back out. We'll see what happens.
We'll keep you updated.
We will keep you updated. And if nothing else, I'm excited about the ribeye I'm going to have tonight.
You think you see one?
I'm not sure. We got to be cautious here. Well, I came to check cameras today and forgot the memory cards back at my apartment, so that screwed everything up. But we are still going to just check these field edges because they are calling for a lot of snow, and want to make sure that we cover everything before the snow hits, because this is definitely a farm where somebody else could come walking through given the amount of food that's on it. We checked the field edge up there. We were coming back down to the UTV and I could spot this shed from back by the UTV. Let's check out the first shed of 2022. Right there, I can already tell from the color that's definitely this year's. With right here under these cedars, nice little 4-point.
Maybe to the other side.
That is the first shed of 2022. Bam. Absolutely ridiculous amount of sign right here. Hey, hold on.
What?
We just came across number 2. We're on the second farm. Didn't take long. We just pushed a couple deer off while we were driving around the field edge, so I was thinking we were going to back out, but I just wanted to finish off this field edge, and I can see number 2, and it looks like a decent one, so let's go check it out. Yeah, it's a nice one. Wow.
Oh yeah, it is nice.
That is really nice. Look at that thing. Looks like that'd be a hog next year. You know, I can see this exact same shed magnified not 2 times, but close to. I could just see this shed scaled up even bigger as a massive shed, but it has a really good shed. Wow. He could have been laying here, like he could have been bedded here, but what I've seen a lot from trail cam photos is these deer will feed. They'll get up and they'll feed in the middle of the night in these fields, and then they'll just come and lay right down off the field edge in the middle of the night, and then every like hour or so they'll get up and go eat a little bit more. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this deer was doing, just based on the other type of bedding that's around here. I think that he'd want to be a little bit more secluded, but I'm happy with that. That's number 2 for this year. Look at that. I'm pleased with that one. It's not overly fresh. I mean, you can still, it definitely wasn't dropped, you know. I wouldn't say, I can't imagine this thing was dropped in the past day or two, but that's a good shed. All right, we are on the 3rd farm now, and this is amazing because this farm, I'm not as concerned about pushing deer out of their bedding area. I'm still not going to hit the bedding area, but the thing is that I already know that there's trespassers, and there continues to be trespassers every year. So basically what's really awesome though is the neighbor to this farm, for some odd reason, has left a 40-acre parcel of standing beans. Absolutely asinine. I don't know if the combine broke down or what's going on. I cannot imagine it was left for hunting. Maybe whoever it is like a billionaire and has the money to do that, but there's 40 acres of standing beans. The only place that's be better than being able to shed hunt over there is over here, where the deer can transition from a bedding area to the beans. And basically I've got permission on the 2 farms here, and so the one that we're on right now is the transition area, and then the other farm is a really nice bedding area. I think there's gonna be a lot of sheds on here this year. The first year I shed hunted this farm, I found 11 sheds. The last 3 years, I found a total of 3. And I've gotten the camera stolen and a couple other things. So anyways, trespassers typically beat me. I'm not gonna let that happen this year, especially with 40 acres of standing beans. Well, just as I got done saying that there should be a shed on this field edge, here we are. Right here. Look at this. Bam! Number 3.
Very nice.
Look at that, right on the field edge. Yeah, I'm gonna picture that real quick.
Oh wait, Emmett.
What's up?
There's one up here too. Another one.
Another one? Alright, let's go see what she's got. That's a good one though. Look at that thing. Beast. Number 3. Where?
Right here.
Oh yes, yes. Yes, look at that. I bet that's the other side.
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Oh, that's definitely got to be the other side. Look at that thing.
You think so?
I don't know.
It doesn't have the flatness like this one does.
I don't know. Look at the color. The color's different.
Yeah.
The pedicles are a little bit different.
Maybe they are.
That's
They
a
look
tough
the
one.
same size.
That's a tough one. I didn't run cameras here this year. Let's keep moving. See if we can find, hopefully, the other 2 sides of those. Those are nice sheds. Well, I said today that we weren't planning on hitting bedding areas because that was initially the plan, but this is a really good bedding area. Based on the past 3 years, I haven't found many sheds. I want to find some this year, so we're gonna hit it early. Let's see what happens. Not me. I do like cookies and cream though. I'm a Pop-Tart guy, not a generic brand. Just found number 5 today. Right down here, I was about to cross this creek on the 4th farm. can see it's laying right there on top of the snow. It looks like it's pretty fresh. It's not a big one, but it's a count. I mean, it's a fine, and it's laying right here in the middle of the creek.
Let's go see.
So, it really, if we wouldn't have been doing this today and it melted, well, we wouldn't have found it. It would just get washed away. So,
Oh, it's a creek? Correct.
look at that. Right there on top of the snow, just like that. Interesting.
It's in good pieces.
I'd say that's a pretty good birthday present. You know, I don't normally shed hunt on my birthday, except for years like last year. And for the circumstances of this year, you know, got a lot of farms to hit, and then a few that constantly competing with others on. So with the snow coming, figured this would be my best chance to try to get some low-hanging fruit. We're walking away with 5, and I love these little ones. You know, this one would be so hard to find if it was just out in the woods or whatnot, but it was laying right there for us to find. You can't really beat that. So let's just see if we can find some more. Well, how about that? 5 sheds, way earlier than expected, but disclaimer with this shed hunt is that we hit 4 really good farms that all had, if not really good food sources on them, right next to them, and they were transition areas from bedding to a really good food source. So that's more or less why we had such a good day today with how early it is. I mean, I'm still under the impression, I haven't checked the cameras yet, but I'm still under the impression that there's probably 70% of the deer still holding, based on what I have seen so far. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and then also hit the bell so you can be notified when we drop more videos, because just like in this video, that staged shed is somewhere in this video. The first person who comments and finds where that staged shed is, I will pin the comment at the top, and I will pack that shed up and send it to you, or I will give you a free hat. It's whatever you choose. So stay tuned for more. Really good start to the year, and just like last year, it's a little bit earlier than expected, but that's better than being later than expected, right?